Alberto Tarico, thank you again for coming on KMEC. Last week, you told us that you had urged the California Democrats to discard Arnold Schwarzenegger's budget and send him their own so as to argue from strength rather than weakness. Could you explain the Democrats' unique opportunity to do that this year, the opportunity which they turned down?
Let me set some context for you and the listeners first. Under the California Constitution and under our laws governing the budget, the way we do it in California is the governor proposes to the legislature, presents to the legislature a budget somewhere around June 10th. Following April 15th, when our tax receipts are more certain, the governor prevents what everyone, I'm sure, now knows as the May revise. Then we are required to, constitutionally and legally, the legislature is required to respond to the May revise and either accept all of it, reject all of it, accept portions of it. And usually what happens is that the governor's May revise is basically the basis of negotiations for the budget that is enacted sometime the following summer. This year was different because of our long delays last fiscal year. We didn't enact a budget until around January. And in effect, we enacted an 18-month budget to finish out 2008 up until June 2009. And also, the budget that we enacted carried us all the way through the end of 2009 into the middle of 2010. So what I had said when the governor came out May 20th after his special election failed was, since we have a 2-year budget, we are not required to even acknowledge the governor's latest proposal, and I had proposed that we just reject it in hand. Just say, thanks, Governor, we don't think that you have proposed a reasonable budget, we're going to reject it, and then we will come up with a new budget proposal to bridge the $25 billion gap in the legislature, and we would attempt to do it in a bipartisan fashion. Now, if you go back and look at the papers, on May 20th in the Contra Costa Times, I'm quoting as saying, what's the message of the May 19th election? I said, number one, it's a failure and a repudiation of the governor. Number two, it is not a statement about taxes or not taxes. It's just a statement about getting our problems solved here in the legislature and not punting them to the voters. And third, that the governor should exit stage left because his legacy has failed, and then he should let us come up with a legislative solution. Now, we didn't do that, so now we are negotiating off of the governor's proposal.